Hi, I'm Ed Amoroso from Tag Cyber, and I'm here with my friend Tom Caldwell from Webroot, and we're going to be talking about AI bots and some really exciting technology that Tom shared with me. Tom, welcome.
Thank you.
Hey, you know what? Let's start. You're one of the veterans in our industry. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
So I'm a senior director at Webroot, and Webroot's known for endpoint software. In fact, we have over 12,000 MSPs, and we focus on small business and consumer. And so I've also had a history at Cisco Systems and Microsoft, and worked on AAA servers and security products my whole career.
Been around a little bit.
Yeah.
That's great. And Webroot's got some exciting things. What are some of the key themes here at the conference from the company?
Well, we have threat intelligence, and it actually drives not only our endpoints, but we license it to Cisco and F5 and a lot of other firewall vendors and such. And so we're here partnering with them, and we have a good show going on. In fact, a lot of partners are even talking in our booth about it.
The quality of that threat intelligence comes from the breadth and the companies you guys deal with. That's become an important differentiator.
Yeah, and it's key. We have a host petabytes of machine learning models crunching through data, and we scan the open internet twice a day and actually do IP reputation and URL reputation and get to know the good and the bad and the unknown out there on the internet.
That's good. Even in 2018, petabytes is still a big number.
Yeah, right, that's right. Yeah.
So Tom, I think it was about a month ago or so, you told me about these AI bots. We were on the phone. I thought that is one of the coolest things I've seen in a long time. Why don't you share a little bit, maybe a tutorial? I'll bet there's some people watching who may not really know what that would be.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what an AI bot is.
Well, we've all heard of bots, and actually 65% of tweets on Twitter are generated by bots, not humans, right? And there's chat bots, we've been around, and there's botnets, evil botnets, like the Mirai that took over 175,000 IoT devices and enslaved them to do a DDoS attack, right? And so bots are becoming more intelligent. Now, when I add AI to the word bot, AI is about developing software that you never even imagine the capabilities if you're a software developer. You go, I never imagined in my wildest dreams this software could actually use, like for instance, machine learning and be an interpretive layer. In fact, you said, maybe you should call them ML bots, right? And that's what artificial intelligence can do, is sit on top of machine learning and be able to interpret that. And so bots are becoming more intelligent, and they're starting to collaborate more. There's three architectures of bots. There's the centralized original approach where you have a bot master sending command and control down and deploying hundreds of thousands of bots to do a DDoS attack. There's distributed where you have more peer-to-peer, although they're harder to set up, but they scale better. And then there's hybrid that are forming to attack industrial IoT systems where they're specialists and they imitate sensors and they get very sophisticated.
Interesting. Now that connects it to offense. Help me understand on the good guy side.
Yeah, the good guy side.
You know what we do. How do you take that concept and protect, data, protect a company or infrastructure? Can you turn it around?
Yeah, and actually, we're evolving to the point where humans are interacting with bots, right? And ChatOps has been around for a while. In fact, the demo that I'll show at at my session is going to be where I talk to a Alexa skill that is tied into a Slack chat room and talking to AI bots that are connected to the security tool or security framework. And it's going to be an incident response scenario like you suggested when we talked earlier, and having the bots actually add in and become part of your team in supplementing information that's accurate and timely, and they never go to sleep, where if you're getting your incident responders up at 3 a.m., they're still like getting their coffee and getting awake, right?
That's awesome. What we'll do is we'll include a link at the back end of this video so people who are interested can take a look get a visual representation of what you're doing. Now, I want to ask you, innovation is really at the root of what it is you're doing. How important is that to both Webroot and our whole community? Do you think we need to be maybe turning up the crank a little bit on the innovation part of things?
Yeah, I think, I don't know if you remember cloud washing when the marketing teams overhyped cloud. Well, it went on with AI washing now, right? And a little hype around machine learning, but it's all about the data. And if you've got to organize your data first in your security stack, right? And then machine learning can be brought in, because if your data's bad, then your machine learning is going to be accurate, right? And then now machine learning is being widespread because you have TensorFlow and MXNet, and it's becoming pretty widespread, the knowledge base, right? So now AI is taking root because you still need to filter out false positives, false negatives, and you need that human feedback loop to make it more accurate, right? Machine learning. And so AI and chat ops and all of these AI bots talking to humans can create that feedback loop and create better accuracy in the software stack.
That's interesting. You know, I appreciate all the work you're doing. It looks like you're having fun. You know, at Webroot, such a fine company, and I hope you keep doing all this great innovation. So,
well, you know, the idea of AI bots, I started with, we have an advisory board of MSPs, and they were saying to us, gee, you've got, you know, we're using Slack with your APIs, and we're starting to get some really great results in security operations. And so we started looking into it, and I started diving into it more. And, you know, you say, you know, the customer is supposed to lead you. Well, some of our top MSPs are actually leading us and driving, you know, collaborating around innovation.
Well, the MSPs have that vantage point dealing with every industry, every size, every sector. A lot of good ideas come out of the managed security.
Yeah, and they have a real hard time hiring people, so adding virtual AI bots to your team makes perfect sense. Right?
There you go. It's futuristic, but it really isn't, is it?
It isn't.
It's pretty new.
Yes, and we actually, next year at RSA, hopefully you and I will be talking about defensive botnet swarms that can come to the assistance.
You're working on that now?
Well, it's a secret now, but we'll talk next year.
It's not a secret anymore. Well, that's great.
Fun.
Well, thank you so much for spending a few minutes sharing what you're doing, and we'll look forward to some really good work from you and the team in the next year.
Sounds good.
And for those of you interested, I hope you'll check out the part 2 of our video, where Tom will go into a little more detail and provide a demo, and you'll get to see some visuals. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.